For decades, education technology promised to revolutionize learning, but most of it fell short. Laptops, tablets, and digital whiteboards changed how we learn, but not what we learn. Now, for the first time, that's starting to change. Artificial intelligence isn't just a new tool in the classroom, it's becoming the foundation of how the next generation of Americans will be taught, tested, and trained. From kindergarten to college, tech giants like Google, Microsoft, and OpenAI are investing billions to transform schools into AI-powered ecosystems. They're betting that personalized adaptive learning will not only fix education, but also create a trillion-dollar industry. But with that opportunity comes big questions. Who owns the data? Who shapes the lessons? And what happens when AI starts to teach? 1. The Great Education Reset. The U.S. education system has been under strain for years. Teacher shortages, uneven quality, and declining student performance. By 2024, nearly 40% of U.S. schools reported struggling to fill full-time teaching positions. AI is stepping into that vacuum. In 2025, a new wave of pilot programs launched across the country, using generative AI to handle tasks like grading, tutoring, lesson planning, and student assessment. The goal isn't to replace teachers, it's to amplify them. Think of it as co-teaching with algorithms. 2. Personalized learning at scale. The biggest promise of AI in education is personalization, something teachers have always wanted but never had time for. I can track how each student learns, where they struggle, and what motivates them. It can then adjust the lesson in real time, slowing down for difficult topics, speeding up when a student masters something, or switching learning styles when attention fades. This is what companies call adaptive education, a constantly evolving system that molds itself to every learner. Microsoft's Copilot for Education, Google's Gemini for Learning, and OpenAI's ChatGPT Edu are all built around this exact concept. For the first time, every student can have a tutor, and it doesn't get tired. 3. The Big Tech Push. Let's look at what the major players are doing. Microsoft is integrating AI tutors directly into Teams for Education, allowing teachers to create lesson plans, quizzes, and summaries instantly. Google is embedding its Gemini AI into Google Classroom, helping educators track engagement and customize resources. OpenAI is partnering with U.S. universities and public school districts to roll out ChatGPT-based study companions and teacher assistants. These companies aren't just offering tools, they're building platforms, entire ecosystems of AI learning. Education is becoming the next frontier of the platform economy. 4. Teachers in the co-intelligence era. For teachers, AI is both a relief and a revolution. Imagine grading 120 essays in minutes, or generating personalized reading lists for each student based on ability and interest. That's what AI can now do, instantly. Instead of spending hours on paperwork, teachers can focus on human teaching, discussion, mentorship, creativity, and empathy. Education experts are calling this the co-intelligence era, where human and machine intelligence collaborate, not compete. 5. The student experience, AI as a study partner. For students, AI is becoming the ultimate study buddy. Chatbots like Khanmigo from Khan Academy and ChatGPT Edu let students ask unlimited questions, rewrite essays, or get step-by-step math help. Unlike tutors, they're available 24/7, and they never lose patience. Students can now learn at their own pace in their own way without fear of judgment. That's powerful, because one of the biggest barriers to learning isn't difficulty, it's confidence, and AI can quietly rebuild it. 6. College classrooms. Go AI native. Universities aren't waiting either. Schools like Arizona State University, Purdue, and MIT have started integrating AI directly into coursework, not as a tool, but as a core competency. Students are being graded not just on essays or tests, but on how effectively they use AI to research, synthesize, and innovate. In other words, AI literacy is becoming as important as reading and writing. Within 5 years, it may be a graduation requirement nationwide. 7. The business behind the blackboard. There's another side to this story, the money. Education technology is now a $300 billion global market, and AI is the fastest growing segment. Big tech sees education as a long-term ecosystem play, build loyalty early, grow user bases, and lock in institutional contracts for decades. If Google owns the classroom, Microsoft owns the workplace, and OpenAI owns the learning interface, they've effectively built a human life cycle around their platforms. That's why education is suddenly one of the most strategic battlegrounds in tech. 8. The data dilemma. Of course, putting AI in classrooms raises big ethical and privacy questions. When students interact with AI tools, their performance data, learning habits, and even writing patterns are stored and analyzed. Who owns that data? The school, the company, or the student? Privacy advocates warn that without strict rules, student data could become the next commercial gold mine. The Department of Education is already drafting new AI transparency and student data protection rules, expected to roll out in 2026. Because the line between personalized education and personal data mining is thinner than it looks. 9. The equity question: who gets AI learning first? AI learning tools promise equal opportunity, but access still depends on funding. Wealthier districts can afford premium subscriptions, better connectivity, and AI-integrated hardware. Rural or underfunded schools, not yet. That's creating a new digital divide, not about who has the internet, but who has intelligent access. To truly revolutionize education, AI will need to be democratized, not just deployed. 10. The takeaway. The future classroom is hybrid, not robotic. AI won't replace teachers, but it will replace the way education works. The classrooms of the future won't be silent rows of students listening to a lecture. They'll be interactive learning ecosystems, powered by AI tutors, guided by human educators, and connected across every subject and skill level. This is the dawn of the hybrid classroom, where learning is continuous, adaptive, and deeply personal. The goal isn't to make students learn faster, it's to make them learn better, and if done right, I could do something America's education system has struggled with for decades: turn a quality of access into a quality of outcome.